Now we're going to cover the operation of the accompanying VR dashboard that goes along with our VR application. Upon launching the actual dashboard itself, again, this dashboard is launched from a desktop. So someone on the demo team would have the dashboard running and show the audience the information we're capturing from our VR application. It does not run within the VR application. Upon launching the actual dashboard itself, you'll notice nothing appears in our active sensor list. To get an available demo to begin tracking that information within that demo itself, I'm simply going to launch my application. As soon as I launch my application, you'll notice demo does appear. Once demo does appear, I'm going to select it, and then I'm going to go to these gears in the lower right hand corner, and I'm going to activate my texting capabilities. So when I get to the service technician portion of the application, the VR application, it'll actually send out a text to be able to schedule that appointment for a service technician, for example. Make sure this information matches exact. So DD get last, service is greater than 5. This format for a phone number. So plus, country code, area code, and phone number. And then the actual optional SMS text message. Once I activate that, our rules engine is now activated. I'm going to select demo and begin. Now you notice when I first launched the application, nothing appears within my dashboard itself. Now as we step through different portions of the VR application, remember the portion where we were asked several questions about whether we preferred a white finish or a stainless steel finish. Those questions and that information again will be a part of this presentation, and we'll capture the data here in the dashboard. Now once I'm at that portion of the VR application where it begins to ask me those questions, if I simply make that selection or hover over where my progress wheel is 100% and I say yes, you'll notice the answer here changes from no to yes, and we get information about the refrigerator where we could purchase if it's in stock and is installation available, and it says yes. Now if I would have selected stainless steel, that information would appear here. Now the appliance data, we still have no appliance data, and again, if you remember the VR application, once we got to the informational portion, the very end of that portion of the application, we can turn on our sensor data, or sort of simulate the execution of turning on the power to our refrigerator and begin sending sensor data. So I'm going to go to that portion of the app. Once I am at that portion of the application, the VR application itself, I'm going to simply turn on my sensor data, and we'll begin to feed information to our dashboard. You'll see in a second here it begins to populate all of my dials and gauges and the line charts themselves. So we're now sending data to the cloud, which then can be analyzed by our Whirlpool service technicians. We can begin to see data about temperature, humidity, and voltage input. See if we have any variance in voltage input. Whether we have excessive vibration with our tilt sensors within the unit itself. And rotational values also are being fed to the actual dashboard. Now these are completely fictitious information that's being sent to the cloud, but it does demonstrate that we can, in fact, send sensor data to the cloud for analysis by our Whirlpool technicians. Now I'm going to schedule that service appointment. If you remember under NOAA, during installation, we have the option to schedule a service appointment. Okay, I'm now at the point within the VR application where I am able to schedule a service appointment under the installation portion of NOAA story. I'm going to select, and you will notice that this now turns to alert sent, and I did in fact receive a text message on my cell phone that tells me that we'd like to schedule a service appointment for installation of my Whirlpool refrigerator. So I hope you liked the actual dashboard and how it actually works. It's a very easy operation, but it's very powerful in the fact that we can send tracking and sensor data and informational data from our VR applications to the SAP cloud for analysis by our service team or marketing as they count clicks in an application. Very a ton of different possibilities.